Okay, we were going to update the firmware on my FT3. Just remember to back up and save all your settings to an SD card, memory channels, etc. before you do this. You're obviously doing it at your own risk. You need to follow the Yaesu instructions to the letter, but as soon as you update your firmware or attempt to, your warranty is basically void. So just follow the steps carefully and hopefully we'll be okay. FXB, we're going to do the firmware update on this Yaesu FT3D. First thing we need to know is the latest firmware that's on the actual device. So what you do is you hold down the DISP button, go to display, turn to number 9, click the display, and then that's our version, and which is 1.01, but the latest version is 1.02. So let's move on to finding that software. Okay, we're on the Yaesu.com site. We found the FT3DR listed, and we're going to go to the section here that says Files. Then we're going to scroll down this list, try and find the Europe version, and FT3DE here at the bottom left. So we're going to click that. It's a zip file, and we're going to extract that to a file on my desktop. So we just click that, and here it comes. Right, so then we'll just extract it to my file on my desktop. Click extract. Extract to, I've created a file called Yaesu FT3 Firmware somewhere. There you go. Click OK. And then when we go to my desktop, we will find it there. Okay, well, there's the file. There's the list. Let's have a look at it. We'll download the manual first, which I'm guessing that after that we will be doing the USB driver. So here's the manual PDF, and I'll scroll through, and as I do each section, I will carry out this process. So I would say, you need to download this yourself, you need to read it thoroughly, and you need to do each step exactly as described by Yaesu, because you could cause permanent damage to your FT3D. So we're going to double click the main version. Then we're going to do it says HMSE USB driver X-ray. So we're going to do that first. Get the USB driver in there. And be sure not to connect the radio to the cable yet. So we've got these programs listed. I've downloaded the driver. Haven't connected anything at all yet. I'm going to double click this and click yes. And then we end up with this page here, which has prompted me to install the driver anyway, so I'll probably do that. We're going to do the USB driver bit anyway. We might as well. Probably going to say we've already got it, but we'll do it anyway. It's coming up with this USB driver loading, so we'll let it do that until it says what we're going to do next. Okay, it's now telling us to go next. Got some instructions here. Number 1, switch the device you want to update to programming mode. After switching mode, connect the device to your computer using a USB cable. Press next. So let's see how we get it into programming mode. Okay, we're in this section, checking and updating the USB driver. So when the power of the FT3D is on, press and hold power switch, turn it off, remove the battery and the AC adapter. Move the 3-position switch on the FT3D upward to the main program writing mode. So there's a photograph of it here. So we're going to move it up. It's just behind the little USB connector. It seems fine. There's a cable in the box, which we have, and I've connected that to the computer. It's not the SCU 39 or 19 cable. That's a different cable for using wires X. This cable does come supplied in the box, so that's handy. And then there's a picture of showing us how to do it. And then there's a process of you then connect the AC adapter to it as well. Then you can look into your device manager, find the relevant port and see it listed. And then you can open this program, which we've already opened. So yeah. Oh yeah, so it looks like you click it downwards when you do the Sub Firmware upgrade, the little switch. So we'll start off with the main firmware upgrade first, and we'll follow it step by step. So step 1 is to turn it off and to remove the battery. Okay, battery's now removed. Okay, step 2 is I've got the battery off already. Lift this flap, you can see the little USB. Let's see if I might have to get the torch on so we can see the little switch properly. Okay, I got a torch on it. I got this little stick here. And then we've got it's a black switch, so it's quite hard to see. And we're gonna flick it up. Okay, we have flicked it up. It wasn't stiff, but yeah, it's just hard to see. Maybe it's just my eyesight. But as you can see, it's in the up position. Okay, got the USB cable connected to the PC. At the moment, the radio DC power is still off. And the radio is off. So let's just put in this cable here, which we've done. Right, at the moment there's nothing showing on the PC to say that I've connected anything, but anyway, it's in there. Let's go to the next step. So we're now just going to put in the DC charging lead into the power. Done that, and we've had a message come up, or a sound come up on the PC. Can't really see anything on the message area, but we'll look in the device manager. Well, this is what we should see according to instructions. Should say Renesas USB development tools. So we're not getting that at the moment. Right, okay, it's appeared now. I see it. So that's good. It's down here, Renesas USB tool. So that's good. Something is looking good. Right, so it's saying once I've done that, hit the next button. So we'll hit next. Looks like we're going to have to just see on the device manager which port I'm on. Right, we're going to hit update and see what it does. At the moment, it's not giving me any ports and I can't see them listed in the device manager. I'm going to click update. Right, it's gone on to these next instructions. Remove battery pack, remove the data terminal cover on the right, change the program switch to write mode, which is that. We've done that. Connect the transceiver. Yeah, we've done that. Connect the AC adapter. Yeah, done that. Click OK. And then it's come up with whatever's selected here, which must be the firmware for the 1.02 version, and it's the main firmware. We click OK. See if anything happens. Oh, something's happening. So it's done that. Okay. So it's saying we've updated. So the updated program has been transferred. Lastly, make sure the following procedure for details referred to the PDF file. So disconnect the AC adapter from the transceiver. The transceiver didn't do anything. I couldn't see any lights or anything. So we'll disconnect the power, as it says. The computer made a little beep. Yeah, disconnect the USB. Done that as well. Change the program switch back to normal, which we'll do. Okay, we've flicked it back into the middle position, which is normal. It's now telling me to connect the AC adapter to the transceiver and perform an all reset and then check the version number. Right, well, power's back on. The battery's not back on yet, but let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, it's coming on as normal. Now we're going to do the all reset part. So to form a full reset, you basically hold down the back display and band button whilst turning on. Once you've done that, turned it on, then you get the option here to all reset. So we'll hit OK. If we can. Now it's asking me to enter my call sign, which I shall do now. So we're going to see what version we're running now. So we'll hold down the DISP button, hit display, and then go to number 9. Right, we're on, that's good news. So the main is on 1.02, which is what we wanted. Now we've got to move on to doing the sub version. Back to our program file, and we're going to hit the FT3 sub. We've got the radio click down to the sub, the switch click down by the USB to the sub. We're going to click FT3 sub, click yes. We've got it all set up, connected. We've clicked OK. It's found the program. We're going to click OK and see what it does. Right, it says the power's not turned on, so we'll just sort that out. Okay, we've clicked, we've got the power on. We're going to click update. Hopefully we'll get somewhere in a minute. Right, something's happening. Updating the sub firmware. Not really sure what the main and the sub means. I'm guessing that the sub is probably the B band, A and B, because it's like 2 radios in one. So there it goes. I hope this is all worthwhile. The radio, just all that happens is you just see a yellow LED whilst it's doing it. Wait to the end. Okay, firmware update is complete. So that's on the sub band. We'll click OK. And then it's telling us to disconnect the power, then the USB, and do a all reset. So before we turn it back on, we're going to flick the switch back into the middle position, which is the normal operating position. Let's have a look to see if it's updated. So we'll hold DISP down, go to display, software version, and we've now got 102 on the main and the sub. Can't see anything to do with the DSP. And if we go back, it all looks like it's working as normal. The thing now you can do is reload the where you saved your settings to an SD card at the beginning of this process.